Have you ever found yourself questioning the strength of trust in your relationship? That uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach, the subtle shifts in behavior, or the lingering suspicion that something feels off? Relationships are the cornerstone of our emotional well-being, yet they can also be the source of some of life's deepest pains. Today, we're diving into one of the most fragile yet profoundly significant topics in human relationships: infidelity. This is not just a subject of betrayal. It's about understanding the nuances of trust, communication, and healing. Whether you're seeking answers, reassurance, or guidance, this video will help you navigate the delicate terrain of doubt and suspicion in relationships. By the end of this video, you'll uncover not only the signs of infidelity but also the tools to rebuild trust, foster open communication, and reclaim your sense of self-worth. We'll explore real-life examples, offer practical advice for initiating tough conversations, and highlight why self-care is crucial when faced with such challenges. Stay with us until the end, because what you'll learn here is not just about recognizing the signs of betrayal, but about empowering yourself to make decisions that honor your peace, dignity, and happiness. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Today, we will explore one of the most fragile yet profoundly significant topics in human relationships: infidelity. It is a subject that stirs deep emotions: pain, confusion, anger, and sometimes even hope. Infidelity, though often whispered about in the shadows, touches more lives than we may care to admit, leaving behind trails of heartbreak and shattered trust. Over the years, I have seen how this betrayal can create intricate webs of pain and mistrust, wrapping itself tightly around the lives of those involved. Yet, amidst the devastation, I have also witnessed the resilience of the human spirit, the capacity to confront even the most painful truths with courage, and the potential for profound growth that emerges when wounds are addressed with wisdom and understanding. Let me be clear, my intention today is not to judge, to shame, or to instill fear. Instead, I hope to provide a compassionate space for reflection and offer perspectives that may resonate with those grappling with doubts, suspicions, or insecurities in their relationships. Relationships, like delicate gardens, require attention, care, and honesty. When cracks begin to form in the foundation of trust, it is vital to address them, not with accusations or defensiveness, but with a desire to understand, to heal, and to grow. Today, I want to share some insights into the subtle signs that might indicate something is amiss in a relationship. These signs, gleaned from years of personal experience and the stories of others, are not definitive proof but rather invitations to pay closer attention and engage in open dialogue. One of the most telling signs I have observed is a sudden and significant change in behavior, a shift so stark that it feels as though you are living with a stranger instead of the partner you once knew. I remember a close friend confiding in me about her partner, who had always been warm, loving, and attentive. She described how he began to withdraw, his once bright eyes clouded by an unexplained distance. Where there had once been shared laughter and easy conversations, there was now a cold silence that filled the room like an unwelcome guest. For her, this shift was one of the earliest signals that something was wrong. The pain of this realization was undeniable, but it also prompted her to seek the truth, to ask the hard questions, and ultimately, to decide what she deserved in a relationship. Infidelity often leaves behind a trail of small, seemingly innocuous clues: an unexplained absence, a phone guarded more closely than before, or a sudden disinterest in shared routines. But it is not just about noticing these signs, it is about how we choose to address them. Approaching such concerns with accusation or anger may deepen the rift. Instead, we must strive to create a space where truth can surface, even if that truth is difficult to hear. This requires courage, patience, and an unwavering commitment to one's own self-worth. Trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship, a fragile thread that holds two people together through life's inevitable storms. When trust is fractured, rebuilding it can feel like scaling an insurmountable mountain. But with honest communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to confront the issues at hand, even the deepest wounds can begin to heal. As we delve deeper into this conversation, I invite you to reflect on what trust means to you and how it manifests in your relationships. Together, let us explore not just the signs of infidelity but also the pathways to maintaining trust, fostering open communication, and ultimately, strengthening the bonds that matter most. In this journey, we will uncover the tools to navigate challenges with grace, to rebuild trust where possible, and to find clarity in decisions about your relationship's future. Above all, remember this: no matter how painful the truth may be, facing it is a testament to your strength and a step toward reclaiming your peace and happiness. In honesty, mutual respect, and the pursuit of understanding, we find the keys to relationships that are not just enduring but fulfilling. Let us approach this delicate topic with open hearts and a commitment to growth, for in doing so, we honor not only our relationships but also ourselves. Another potential indicator of infidelity is an unexpected and heightened focus on personal appearance. While taking care of oneself is generally a positive and healthy change, a sudden, dramatic shift in appearance-related habits, especially if it seems out of character, may signal that something is amiss. For example, a partner who has always been casual about their wardrobe and grooming might suddenly begin purchasing expensive, stylish clothes or investing significant time in perfecting their look. Similarly, someone who previously showed little interest in fitness might suddenly commit to a rigorous gym routine or adopt a new diet aimed at physical transformation. I recall the story of an acquaintance whose husband, a man who had long been indifferent to trends or fitness, suddenly began buying designer clothes and spending hours at the gym, all without sharing the reasons behind these changes. At first, she felt proud of his efforts to better himself, but as the changes became more pronounced and secretive, she began to wonder whether these actions were driven by a desire to impress someone other than her. It was a heartbreaking realization for her, as what she initially believed was a positive change turned out to be rooted in deception. Similarly, increased secrecy surrounding electronic devices is another significant red flag that may point to infidelity. In today's digital world, our phones, computers, and other devices often serve as the gateways to our most personal thoughts, interactions, and relationships. When a partner who once casually left their phone lying around suddenly starts keeping it with them at all times, changes their passwords without explanation, or seems visibly anxious when a notification pops up, it may suggest they are hiding something. This shift in behavior can feel jarring and create a sense of unease, especially if it seems to come out of nowhere. A vivid example comes to mind of a wife who noticed her husband taking his phone with him even to the bathroom, a behavior he had never practiced before. At first, she dismissed it as harmless, but over time, she couldn't ignore the nervous way he reacted whenever she glanced at his screen or asked who was calling. This small change, coupled with other subtle signs, eventually led her to uncover deeper issues in their marriage. These moments of secrecy, though they may seem minor, can be deeply unsettling for the other partner, leaving them grappling with doubt and confusion. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Another telltale sign to be mindful of is a decrease in intimacy or emotional connection within the relationship. Intimacy encompasses more than physical closeness. It also includes the emotional bond and shared vulnerability that form the foundation of a strong partnership. When a partner who was once loving, attentive, and engaged begins to withdraw, it can create a profound sense of loneliness and disconnection. This shift might manifest as a reluctance to engage in physical affection, a lack of interest in meaningful conversations, or an overall sense of detachment. Such changes could be the result of guilt, emotional conflict, or an emotional investment in someone outside the relationship. For instance, a couple I once knew struggled with a sudden loss of closeness after years of what seemed like a happy marriage. The wife noticed that her husband, who had always been affectionate and eager to spend time together, started avoiding her touch and withdrawing emotionally. Conversations became strained, and his once thoughtful gestures faded away. Though she initially attributed his behavior to work stress, her intuition told her that something deeper was wrong. These feelings eventually led her to confront the issue, which brought painful but necessary truths to light. It's crucial to note, however, that these signs alone do not confirm infidelity. Life is complex, and abrupt behavioral changes can often stem from a variety of factors unrelated to betrayal, such as personal stress, health issues, or unresolved challenges within the relationship. That's why it's so important to approach these signs with sensitivity, rather than jumping to conclusions. Reacting with accusations or anger may deepen the emotional distance and make honest communication even more difficult. If you suspect infidelity or sense that something is off in your relationship, the best course of action is to foster an open and compassionate dialogue. Share your observations and feelings without judgment or blame. For example, instead of saying, "I know you're hiding something from me," try expressing, "I've noticed some changes recently, and I feel a little disconnected from you. Can we talk about what might be going on?" This approach invites understanding and encourages your partner to open up rather than shut down. Remember, trust is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. When trust is strained, rebuilding it can feel like an uphill battle. However, with patience, empathy, and honest communication, even the most challenging issues can be addressed. Whether the concerns stem from infidelity or other challenges, creating a safe space for dialogue is essential to finding clarity and healing. Ultimately, relationships are journeys of mutual care and respect. If you find yourself facing doubts or suspicions, remember that your feelings are valid, and addressing them is a step toward reclaiming peace and understanding in your relationship. Approach the situation with an open heart, a clear mind, and a commitment to seeking the truth, whatever it may be, with grace and dignity. In doing so, you honor not only your relationship, but also your own self-worth and emotional well-being. In my many years of life, I have come to understand that communication and honesty are not just virtues in a relationship. They are the very foundation upon which any meaningful connection is built. Without these essential elements, even the strongest bond can erode over time, like a once sturdy bridge left untended to the relentless wear of weather and neglect. Relationships thrive when both partners feel heard, valued, and understood. If you begin to notice troubling signs that leave you questioning the strength of your bond, the first and most essential step is to open the door to an honest, heartfelt conversation with your partner. It is through such dialogues, genuine moments of listening and being heard, that profound truths about your relationship, your partner, and even yourself can emerge. These truths may not always be easy to face, but they are necessary for growth, healing, and the potential to rebuild what may have been lost. Addressing delicate matters, especially those tied to suspicions of infidelity, is never simple. These conversations require patience, sensitivity, and an extraordinary amount of courage. Yet, when approached thoughtfully and with genuine intention, they can serve as turning points, allowing both partners to confront challenges with mutual respect and understanding. The first step in having these conversations is to create the right environment. Timing and setting are critical. A conversation of this magnitude cannot happen in the middle of a busy day or amidst distractions. Choose a time when both of you are calm, free from immediate obligations, and open to engaging deeply. A quiet, private space is vital for creating an atmosphere where both partners feel safe to express themselves without fear of interruption or judgment. Ensure that there is no rush, allowing ample time for each of you to share your thoughts and feelings fully. When initiating the conversation, be mindful of how you frame your words. Communication is a powerful tool, but it must be wielded with care. Instead of beginning with accusations or blame, focus on expressing your feelings and observations in a way that invites dialogue rather than defensiveness. For example, instead of saying, "You're always hiding something," try, "I feel hurt and confused because I've noticed some changes in our dynamic, and I want to understand what's going on." This type of language emphasizes your emotions and perceptions rather than casting blame, making it easier for your partner to engage without feeling attacked. Equally important is your ability to listen, truly listen, to your partner's responses. Active listening is not just about hearing their words, but also seeking to understand the emotions and perspectives behind them. Resist the urge to interrupt or formulate a response while they are speaking. Instead, focus entirely on what they are saying, and when they pause, ask questions that show you are invested in understanding their side of the story. For example, you might say, "Can you help me understand what's been on your mind lately?" Or, "I'd like to hear more about how you've been feeling in our relationship." These questions not only encourage openness, but also demonstrate your willingness to approach the situation with empathy. As the conversation progresses, be prepared for the wave of emotions that will inevitably arise. Discussions about infidelity, or even suspicions of it, often trigger feelings of fear, anger, sadness, and frustration. These emotions are natural and should not be dismissed. Acknowledge them, both in yourself and in your partner. If you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause and breathe, reminding yourself that vulnerability, though uncomfortable, is a powerful catalyst for deeper connection and healing. At this point, the conversation may feel raw and challenging, but it is also an opportunity to shift the focus from blame to problem solving. Rehashing past mistakes, while tempting, often leads to cycles of guilt and resentment that hinder progress. Instead, explore ways to move forward together. Ask yourselves what steps can be taken to rebuild trust, strengthen your connection, and create a healthier dynamic. This might involve setting new boundaries, improving communication patterns, or even seeking the guidance of a professional counselor. Counseling can provide a neutral space where both partners can express themselves fully and work through difficult emotions with the help of an experienced mediator. Honesty and respect are the bedrock of these conversations. While the truth can sometimes be painful, it is far better to confront it than to live in doubt or denial. Honesty paves the way for clarity, while respect ensures that the dialogue remains constructive rather than destructive. Treat your partner's feelings with care, even if their words or actions have hurt you. At the same time, honor your own self-worth by setting boundaries and expressing your needs with clarity and confidence. It's also important to recognize that not all relationships will survive the revelations that come from these conversations. While many couples find ways to rebuild and emerge stronger, others may discover that their paths are better walked apart. If this is the case, approach the decision with grace and dignity, knowing that parting ways does not mean failure. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is allowing both people the freedom to pursue what brings them happiness and fulfillment, even if it means letting go. Ultimately, confronting suspicions of infidelity is one of the most challenging experiences a relationship can face. However, it is also an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and transformation. Whether the outcome strengthens your bond or leads you in separate directions, the courage to face the truth, no matter how difficult, honors your commitment to living authentically and with integrity. Relationships are living, breathing entities that require nurturing, patience, and effort. By embracing open communication and honesty, you create the possibility of a relationship rooted in trust and mutual respect, even in the face of life's most painful challenges. As you navigate these delicate conversations, remember that you are not alone. Many couples have faced similar trials and found a way through. Trust in your ability to handle the truth with grace and resilience. In doing so, you pave the way for a future filled with clarity, peace, and the hope of deeper connection, whether within your current relationship or in the life that awaits you beyond it. Whatever the outcome, your willingness to approach this with compassion and honesty will be a testament to your strength and your commitment to living a life of authenticity and love. Reflecting on trust and self-care is an essential part of addressing challenges in any relationship, particularly when infidelity or suspicions of betrayal are involved. Trust is the cornerstone of any healthy, enduring partnership, a foundation that supports love, respect, and emotional security. Without it, even the deepest love can falter, becoming shadowed by doubt and insecurity. It is the bedrock upon which intimacy and connection are built, yet it is also one of the most fragile aspects of a relationship. Trust takes time to establish. It grows steadily through consistent actions, honesty, and open communication. It thrives in a dynamic of giving and receiving, where both partners feel safe enough to be vulnerable and open. However, once broken, trust can feel as though it has shattered into 1,000 pieces, requiring immense effort, patience, and commitment to rebuild. The process of restoration can be long and arduous, and for many, it can feel overwhelming. Yet, it is possible when both partners are genuinely invested in healing and moving forward together. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. One of the greatest insights I have learned about trust is that it must never be taken for granted. It is a living entity that requires continual nourishment and care. This means appreciating your partner's presence in your life, valuing their contributions, and never ceasing to communicate openly and honestly. Small acts of gratitude, acknowledgement, and thoughtful gestures can go a long way in maintaining and strengthening trust. It is in these moments of consistent care that trust becomes more resilient, forming a bond that can withstand even the most challenging circumstances. Equally critical, especially when faced with the pain of infidelity, is the importance of self-care and self-esteem. It is easy, in moments of doubt and hurt, to turn inward and question your worth, or even to blame yourself for the failings in the relationship. However, it is vital to remember that your self-worth should never be defined solely by the state of your relationship. You are a whole, valuable, and deserving person, independent of how anyone else may treat you. Self-care is the act of tending to your own emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. It involves taking time to reconnect with yourself, to heal, and to prioritize what makes you feel balanced and fulfilled. This might mean engaging in hobbies you love, surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family, or carving out moments for reflection through meditation, journaling, or quiet solitude. Exercise, proper nutrition, and sleep also play a significant role in maintaining your emotional resilience. In some cases, seeking professional support, such as therapy or counseling, can provide invaluable guidance and tools for navigating the complexities of a relationship in crisis. Over the years, I have come to understand that self-care is far from selfish. It is a vital act of self-respect. By taking care of ourselves, we fortify our ability to face life's inevitable challenges, including those that arise in relationships. Strong self-esteem gives us the courage to set healthy boundaries, to communicate openly about our needs and desires, and to make decisions that align with our values. It also helps us recognize when a relationship is no longer serving our well-being, empowering us to act with clarity and confidence. In the context of infidelity or its suspicion, self-care and self-esteem take on an even greater significance. They are the foundation upon which you can process the pain, make sense of the situation, and determine your path forward. Whether you choose to work on repairing the relationship or make the difficult decision to let go, prioritizing your well-being will ensure you navigate the journey with strength and dignity. It is also essential to acknowledge when a relationship has become unhealthy and when holding on may do more harm than good. If trust is repeatedly broken or if the relationship continuously erodes your sense of self-worth, it may be time to evaluate whether staying is truly in your best interest. Letting go is never easy, but sometimes it is the most profound act of self-care and self-love you can offer yourself. Walking away from a relationship that no longer aligns with your values or supports your emotional health is not a failure. It is a courageous step toward reclaiming your peace and happiness. Recognizing these situations and acting with resolve is one of the hardest but most necessary lessons in self-care. It requires introspection, courage, and the support of trusted friends, family members, or professionals. Lean on those who uplift you, and do not hesitate to seek help from a counselor or therapist who can provide guidance tailored to your unique circumstances. For anyone navigating the challenges of infidelity or other relationship struggles, know that you are not alone. Countless others have walked similar paths and emerged stronger and wiser on the other side. There is strength in seeking support and in allowing yourself the space to heal. Remember that taking care of yourself is not just about survival. It is about reclaiming your sense of self, nurturing your spirit, and creating a foundation for a future filled with clarity, peace, and fulfillment. You deserve to feel valued, respected, and loved, not just by others but by yourself. Prioritize your well-being, embrace the power of self-care, and trust in your ability to navigate even the most difficult of journeys. Through patience, resilience, and a commitment to your own happiness, you will find the clarity and strength to face whatever lies ahead. Now that we've explored the complexities of trust, infidelity, and self-care in relationships, I'd love to hear from you. What resonated most with you in this video? Is there a piece of advice, a perspective, or a story that stood out to you? Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your own life. Your insights could inspire someone else watching this video, reminding them that they're not alone in their journey. If this video brought you value, please take a moment to leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can continue exploring the wisdom and resilience that come with navigating life's challenges. Thank you for watching, and remember, facing the truth, no matter how difficult, is a testament to your strength and your commitment to living with authenticity and love. Until next time, take care and honor yourself. You deserve it.